salespeople are always look at the phone
Yeah.
and do the legwork to actually get that first phone call in. Generally speaking, cold calling doesn't work that well.
So I guess it's over.
Probably, yeah. The things that you said have resonated. Joe, great to speak with you, Joe. I'll speak to you next week.
He had a problem and motivation to fix it, and for me, that's a qualified meeting.
Speaking.
You're probably going to hate me for this. It's actually a sales call. I'm not sure if you want to hang up or let me have 30 seconds. It's up to you.
Well, given the fact I'm a salesperson, I better give you 30 seconds, haven't I?
Yeah, 30 seconds. If it's not relevant or if you have any tips, let me know. So I'm
No worries. Go on, go
a
ahead.
telephone prospector. I get invited in by busy owners who are doing well but have a few concerns on the new business side of things. Some say they have the capability to do it themselves, go out there and speak to people, get meetings in the diary, but they can never really find the time to do so as they're busy servicing customers. Others have just worked with agencies who have overpromised and underdelivered. And a few have hired salespeople who have been a bit reluctant or not motivated to pick up the phone and speak to decision makers. But you're probably going to tell me you don't relate to or recognize any of those, I get the feeling.
But look, I guess my first question for you is, do you have any experience selling into healthcare, and if so, what?
When you say healthcare, what do you mean exactly?
Oh, I mean the NHS.
Okay. Have I ever sold into the NHS directly?
Yeah.
Can I ask, are you asking if I sold your specific service or if I've just sold into the public sector in general?
Have you sold into healthcare products, services, NHS?
If I said yes, what would you say?
I'd like it to be more detail.
What detail would you like?
Tell them what you've sold.
Can I ask, are you hoping I've got experience or are you hoping I could bring a fresh perspective?
Of course. No, I'm hoping you have experience. Some days I get these phone calls quite a lot, but I speak to no end of them, and very few have healthcare experience, and it is different. Selling into healthcare is not as easy as it is selling into private sector, particularly from a telephone perspective. So I would only really be interested in talking further with you if that's something you have experience on. You can explain to me, how you do it, what success you've had, and those sort of things. And there's a possibility, I might have work for you in the future, or I may be able to recommend you to some other people I consult with.
I'm just trying to think how much detail to go into on this cold call. Are you against setting up a call to discuss this?
No. Yeah, I mean, I'm a little. The only reason I say a little bit lost is because it gives you time to kind of really think about how you're going to respond. Just want your honest answer. It sounds like you've obviously sold finance solutions. Have you done anything with clinical? Have you tried to reach clinicians before?
No, and I'd rather not, to be honest. Is that your speciality?
Yeah.
So can I ask you, Scott, so even if you genuinely believed I could hold a conversation on the phone and genuinely believed I could help get meetings, are you telling me if I haven't worked with occupational therapists and clinical people directly,
No, I don't. Clinical, yeah. If you don't have a process that knowingly works to get hold of clinicians and don't understand how to do that, then no, I wouldn't want to work with you. If it's something you have done and know how to do, then yes, it is. What I'm not prepared to do, and I've done this a few times with people, is I'm paying people to learn, and that's not the stage I'm at as a company, or the other companies I consult with are in either. Generally speaking, cold calling doesn't work that well. It's not impossible, but it does require a different, not a different set of skills as such, a different process to those that people that normally do cold calling are used to.
Okay, are you telling me even if it's for business purposes, you can't engage with them over the phone?
You just have to be careful how you've got hold of the numbers and demonstrate the numbers were legitimately provided for them to receive a cold call, in the way that you would want to.
Yep. Well, cards on the table. I haven't called into this specific speciality of clinical healthcare, so I guess it's over.
Probably, yeah. And again, I just speak from experience. I'm going to say definitely. And if there's something you get yourself experience in going forward, please reach out to me.
Can I ask one question?
And lead. Yeah. Well, one more thing. Lead generation is always a difficult thing to do. One of the things I do like about what you said is salespeople are always the look at the phone
Yeah.
and do the legwork to actually get that first phone call in. So that's definitely a true statement.
Can I ask, Dominic, based on this conversation, the
Sure.
questions I've asked, the answers I've given, do you believe that my skill set
Mhm.
would be suitable for the clinical healthcare space?
Yes, I think it would. You seem to have a whole conversation, but you need to develop the processes and demonstrate that you can do it, and make it worthwhile for somebody to engage with you. Because, um, like I said, it's clinicians you want to first talk to, and they are difficult to get hold of outside of a traditional setting. But if you can develop some processes that allow you to do that successfully, then there's a good market for you in there.
Okay, so let me ask you
And you
this.
don't have to be.
Let's
Yeah.
pretend I could develop those processes and you saw something and you
hmm
genuinely believe. Is there any reason you wouldn't invest 30, 45 minutes in a conversation to explore this?
Good Sandler question.
Thank you.
Yes, I would. Yes, I would explore it further. Like I said, finding people like you who work in the healthcare space is quite a rare thing. There aren't many people that do it, because there's such a high failure rate, and such a lot of research has to go in to getting those calls set up. Um, it isn't as easy as, like I said, you find it in the private sector, but there is a need for people like you with those skills. I've tried it with companies in the US previously who, led me to believe they know what they're doing, and wasted 3 months finding out they can't do it.
Yeah,
And that's what
sounds
scale-up
frustrating. Yeah.
organisations can't afford to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have
So,
you got your
um,
calendar and we can choose some fat about this?
right then,
What date you're looking at?
what you like to choose?
Tuesday, could do 10 a.m. or 11 a.m.
Let's go for 10 a.m. Straight. What your success rate looks like.
Sure. Cool. Well, look forward to chewing some
All
fat
right.
about that. All right. Speak.
And what was your name?
My name's Joe.
Joe. Great to speak with you, Joe. I'll speak to you next week.
Oh, last thing, you're not going to hang up the phone and think, oh no, I've just arranged to meet with a telephone prospector, are you?
The things that you said have resonated, in particular the fact that salespeople do not like picking up the phone. Anyone doing outbound sales activity is always difficult.
Sure. All right. Well, good speaking and we'll chat
All
next
right.
week. Thank you.
All right. No worries. You take care.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Well, that was an interesting one. He was throwing quite a lot at me. But it shows that through questioning you can overcome and work through objections. Like he was saying that there's definitely a problem there. He's finding it tough to find salespeople who are a bit reluctant or not motivated to pick up the phone, and believes that selling into healthcare is a lot more challenging. You need more processes around that. But at the end of the day, I think he believed I could help him. He just needs to be convinced around the processes. But he had a problem and motivation to fix it. And for me, that's a qualified meeting. That's someone that's worth meeting with and spending some time to explore this further on a call. So shouldn't always write people off when they throw objections your way, but yeah, it can be worked through, and it's about them recognizing that you can help them. If there's anyone out there, any business owners who are looking for services like mine, for someone to pick up the phone, book meetings on behalf of them, I do have one space available for the right person, and we can have a chat to discuss that. Email me on joe@curiousidiot.co.uk. Or if you're a salesperson who is trying to book more meetings on the phone, trying to handle objections better, trying to maybe go out and start their own lead generation business, also drop me an email on joe@curiousidiot and we can discuss that.